Welcome back, dreamers within the dream. You are more powerful than it seems. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Once again, we are getting ready to dive into another one of our inspirational team meditations. My name is Mystic Spider-Man, aka Wolf. You're tuned into Waking Up with Wolf. Thank you so much for everyone for being here, for adding their support, for adding their energy, for joining us in this ceremony, for taking the time to be able to make this a part of your routine, for us to be able to practice dropping into this place of mindfulness, this place of inspiration, this place of collaboration, this place of community, this place of an epic story that is constantly unfolding each and every day. So for those of you who are here, you can just begin just by bringing in a nice big stretch. Maybe you're listening to this later in the day. Maybe you're just starting your day. Maybe you're like literally rolling out of bed. Maybe you're still in bed. Whatever the case for you, begin just by listening to your body, just by adding some gentle stretches to it. Listen to your body. What does your body need right now? Your body has this incredibly divine, incredibly powerful intelligence to it that will at any time always be able to communicate to you what it is that you need. You know, it'll be like, when you think about this, like the body's like, oh, like I'm hungry. What do? We give it food. I'm thirsty. What do? We give it water. I'm tired. What do? We give it sleep. And then so at the same time, at any moment, it will also be like, I need to stretch. I need to sit down and meditate. I need to hang out with community. So make sure that we're paying attention to those little voices, within our body so that we can develop that relationship with it. So even just right here, if you want to give yourself a nice big hug, if your body feels like it's like, yeah, I could go for one of those. A hug sounds pretty good right about now. If you want to join in and just like connecting with the hug in this moment, deep, gentle inhale, hug nice and tight. Oh, and just release. Relax, and one more time, tight little squeeze. And just release and relax. Oh, beautiful. Roll your shoulders here, however you need them. Again, people are just joining in on these first couple moments. So if you're always like joining in, if you're one of the regulars, if you're here in the first couple moments, you don't miss too much in the first couple moments. The first couple moments is literally us just kind of stretching the body, massaging the body. So at this point, I want to just invite everyone to just massage the body. Again, kind of imagine as if you're like taking a shower and you're rubbing yourself with soap. In the same way, you're gonna like do that, but instead of using soap, you're using your fingers to basically massage all the parts of your body that you choose, and pretty much like scanning the entire body. So again, just like using your thumb, just kind of opening up the muscles, opening up the fascia. And again, the energy that we carry, like it literally can get stuck in our body. Like it gets held in our body. So that's where, again, like one of the most important things for us to be able to learn is how to be able to like move energy when it is like built up in our body. So again, a lot of times, like what we feel is kind of like that heaviness, that stagnation, that's like physically energy that's kind of stuck in our body. So as we get ready to move into the second and third and fourth and fifth stage of this meditation practice, just taking a moment here for those of you who are new, for those of you who have been here before, just massaging your body, even just digging in deep. Oh, we're going to work our way all the way down to our feet, then we're going to work our way up to our face. And then you'll let me know if you want to do some laughter yoga once again. And then from there, again, what we're going to do, we're going to start off what we're just doing right now. We're starting off with body massage. So massage all the way down to your hips, really getting deep. And then from there, we're going to go into some mindfulness practice flexing our imagination today. We're going to do a little bit of some like traveling with our mind. And then from there, we will go into some movement exercise. We'll get up, we'll dance, we'll move our body, and then we'll go into some vocal exercise. We'll do some dragon roars, and then from there, we'll go into our chakra practice, and we'll spend a little bit more time with the chakra practice today. So again, just massaging all the way down, eventually to your feet. So just taking a moment here, I'm just massaging my calves. Even massaging the places that you wouldn't think normally to massage. Like a good place to massage that you probably don't normally massage is actually like right underneath the kneecap. So like it's hard for me to lift my leg up on camera, but right in there If you're like familiar with any sort of like the Eastern teachings of meridians and things like that, it's interesting because like the back of the knee is actually a place where we hold energy. Like it's actually a place like I mean I don't make this up, but it's actually just like a place where like we store energy apparently, right? So massaging the back of your leg. Thank you for the gifts on TikTok. I appreciate those. I look forward to being able to cash those out once we get like however many is needed. Thank you again, everyone. All right, so just massaging all the way down, eventually to your feet, and then we'll work our way up to your face. We'll do some affirmations, some face tapping. So again, for those of you who may be new to this, the technique, the intention behind these meditations, and just massaging your feet right now. So massaging the soles of your feet, really digging in deep. I saw a comment in the TikTok. I won't always be able to like answer the comment in the immediate moment. Am I a massage therapist or an energy worker? I would say I'm an energy worker, but no, I'm not like a registered massage therapist, but I still know how to be able to massage ourselves. I am a Reiki level 1 practitioner, and that's from like years back. So again, part of the message that I have to share is that, a lot of us think like, oh, like I have to go to a massage place in order to be able to get a massage. But at the same time, like we can teach ourselves how to massage ourselves, and at the same time, like obviously just be smart about it, be intelligent, like don't wedge your fingers anywhere in weird where it's going to like hurt you and things like that. So again, pay attention to your body, be very gentle. Allow this to be a way for you to begin realizing that you are fully capable of massaging yourself in gentle and effective ways. So again, just massaging the bottom of the feet. That's where, again, through the bottom of the feet, that is like the meridians connect all the way from your feet throughout your entire body. So as you massage your feet holographically, it's like massaging your body. So again, how many people here like normally start their days off by, massaging themselves and by practicing a little bit of meditation? And the answer is like maybe a couple, but for the most part, most of us, it really helps when we have community. It really helps when we have routine. It really helps when we have a little bit of instruction. It helps when we have like, like somebody who's just kind of like saying like, hey, let's all do this together. So that is, again, part of the motivation behind me doing this is because I know that it makes it easier. It makes it so we can build the habits and the routine together. And again, the habits and the routine that we're doing here, the intention behind this broadcast, as we eventually work our way up to massaging our face in a second, is the idea that like what it is that we are doing here is to be able to like create practice and create routine for us to be able to tap into more of who we are. For us to be able to like become more aware of like who we are as like a human, as an energetic being, as a multidimensional being, as a creator within this dream, and for us to be able to align with this very powerful story that I've been carrying and sharing, which again is this story of each of us like becoming shifters, becoming light guardians, those of us who are here to help assist with the shift in consciousness through acts of creativity, compassion, and personal development. And most excitingly, it's about the story of us coming together as a team. So that is what we were doing here, like this is just like one facet of a much bigger story. And again, that story is again like us becoming our best self, us becoming our golden elf. I like that term. So again, just massaging your face here. I want you to like really start falling in love with the feeling of massaging your face. So even just like closing your eyes here, and really just, even if you want, you can almost like imagine that like you're like treat yourself like you would your beloved. So massage your face as if you were like massaging someone else. You're massaging someone you really care about. And you do really care about yourself. That's obvious. So again, when you do this is like an act of self-love. And at the same time, you can practice just kind of receiving it. So just allow yourself to just be like, oh yeah, like this feels nice. This feels like, I need this. And again, when we do this, this opens up like the blood vessels. It opens up the energy channels, which makes it so that like as we move into the next part of our meditation, we can allow ourselves to just be very present, very clear in that practice. So yeah, awesome. Beautiful. All right. So just massaging your head a little bit more. We'll just do some EFT tapping in the next moment. And then from there, we'll drop into our mindfulness practice. Thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in. You guys are all awesome. You humans are all awesome. You hues of mana. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining in. Again, if it's your first time here, when you get a chance, go ahead and drop a 333 into the chats. And yeah, all right. Again, for those of you who are just like here and maybe like looking for a little bit of guidance, simply being in the presence of a space like of community is honestly like so incredibly helpful. So just allow yourself to just kind of like work through the practices and allow the practices to just kind of like assist as they need be. So, all right, what we're going to do, tapping, EFT tapping. So EFT tapping, some of you have probably never done this before. This is called emotional frequency tapping. So similar to what we were doing before, this is helping open up the meridians. So you can start tapping on your face and you start tapping on other parts of your body. You can even tap like between your fingers. And what you're going to do here is you're going to speak words of affirmation. So when you do this, this is again called emotional frequency tapping. This is basically like encoding like these ideas and these intentions like into your being. So what you're going to do here as we're tapping here, and you can just tap very gently. You don't have to do it fast. What you're going to do, you're going to speak words of empowerment. So you can say things like, I am balanced. I am calm. I am patient. I am powerful. I am learning. I am growing. I am a student. I am a teacher. I am a child of the cosmos. I am infinitely connected to love. I am manifesting that which is meant for me. I am becoming stronger. I am becoming wiser. I am listening to the wisdom of my heart. I am connecting with the wisdom of the earth. So just take a moment here and just kind of find some intuitives, just like some words that just kind of come through you in this moment, your own little affirmations in this moment. So just kind of take a moment here. I won't talk, so you can just kind of speak to yourself in this moment. Just about 10 more seconds. I am beautiful. I am becoming who I am here to be. I am seen. I am heard. I am loved. And I am loved. So beautiful. All right, shake off your fingers. Shake it up a bit. If you need to do some big inhale exhales, we'll just do a couple of those. Nice big sighs. And as you do this, just kind of visualize kind of clearing out any like visualize almost like a gray smoke kind of leaving your body, just kind of clearing out through our breath. So we'll just take a couple deep inhales together. Deep inhale through, do it through your mouth so you can really get like a deep breath here. So deep inhale. Nice big exhale with a bit of a sigh. Do two more of those. Inhale. One more. Inhale. Beautiful. All right, awesome. Good job, everyone. For those of you who are just joined in the moment, really appreciate you guys being here. Again, I want you to kind of like feel like, yeah, we're doing this virtually, but imagine you're like showing up to like a classroom. Imagine you're like showing up to like a dojo. Imagine you're showing up to like your local YMCA. And here we are, like I'm at like the front of the class and we're just like having fun, doing a little bit of a yoga class. Like I actually, it's funny because like back in the day, we're going to move into our mindfulness practice in a second. Just as context, back in the day, I actually taught seniors yoga class. So I did like a yoga class like for seniors and it was all seated yoga and stuff like that. So I'd like lead them through meditation. And that actually kind of prepared me for this in retrospect. It was really cool. And again, we do this for all ages. So anybody who's in at any age, you can do this at all ages. We do the standing part in the next moment, but again, the standing part can be done seated as well. So, all right. Thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in. We're going to move into our mindfulness practice. Again, and if it's if it's your first time connecting to my profile, maybe on TikTok, if it's your first time tuning in, we do this Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fridays are like an extra special day. Fridays are like a really, really cool day where we focus on like going to this visualization of a tree and we do our chakra practice and we send this energy out into the grid. So if you can join in for any of the days, aim to join in for Friday and tell your friends about joining in for Friday. We also do full moon meditations, like big global meditations on the full moon. So that's going to be coming up next week. I'm not exactly sure the specific date. If you haven't yet, Be sure to check the links on my profile. Through there, you can find other ways to be able to support. You can also check out my item shop. You can check out the Patreon. You can check out past broadcasts for lots and lots of meditations, full-length movies I've done. And be sure to connect to my Instagram and my YouTube if you're just on TikTok. And again, for those of you on any platform, feel free to check those out. Send me a message of gratitude. And yeah, let's get right into this mindfulness practice meditation. So what we're going to do here, we're going to practice focusing on some visualization. We're going to kind of like practice like using our imagination to just kind of like bring a realness to the idea of just kind of like going inwards to explore a little space, a little world. So it's not going to be super, super, super complex, but we'll just take some time with it. And again, for everybody here, if you are fairly new, May 7th is the full moon. Good to know. Oh, I wish the full moon was on May 4th, and then we could do like a Star Wars meditation. We'll do something for May 4th. There will be something Star Wars related. So, okay. So for those of you who are here, again, if this is your first-ish time joining in for the broadcast, if you're fairly new to meditations, a reminder, this is practice. So think of this in the same way of like practice as like a hockey practice, as like going to the gym. Like this is a way for you to like strengthen your mind muscles. Meditate, become stronger, flex our imagination. Reminder, when we get to 150 Patreon supporters, I'll do an entire broadcast in my Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. As if that's enticing. But thank you again to everyone. Let's get right into this meditation. And again, let's just approach this as practice. So what we're going to do, we are going to get a drink of water if you need it. We are going to close our eyes, connect with our breath, scan our body, and practice dropping into the space of imagination within us. So gently close your eyes here. I'll use my voice to just gently be able to guide us. Okay. Hi guys, I hope you don't mind if I do the entire meditation sounding like this. If I did, it wouldn't be a problem, but... Okay, hopefully my voice behaves itself. Alright. Serious mode activate. So begin here simply by connecting with your breath. Gentle inhales through the nose. Soft, gentle exhales through the nose or the mouth. Gentle inhales through the nose. And soft, gentle exhales through the nose or the mouth. Straighten up your spine, open up your chest. Allow yourself to find a position in which you'll be able to maintain stillness. As you become aware of the rhythm of your breath, with each exhale, just allowing your body to become more relaxed. In this moment, I want you, with your thoughts, to literally give your nervous system permission to relax. With your will, just be like, it's okay, nervous system. You can relax. And so with each calm breath, the nervous system gets the message. We realize how powerful we are. Simply by controlling our breath, we can control the state of our entire physical body. And as we allow ourselves to slow down, as we allow our body to move into this place of rest and stillness, it also gives us the opportunity to focus our attention towards using our imagination. Continuing to breathe here, we're gently just going to scan the body using a method where we visualize a white light moving throughout our body. And when we do this, it just allows us to be more in this space, to calibrate our body as we prepare to move deeper into the next part of the meditation. So begin by visualizing a little flame, a little light at the center of your heart. Visualize this flame, this white light expanding through your body. This is a sacred flame. And as you do, it connects you to this remembrance of the idea that you are light, that you are love. And so feel this warming light moving through your body, and anywhere that you guide it to will gently help that part of the body relax. Feeling that energy move across your chest, around your shoulders, down your arms, all the way down to your fingers. Feeling that energy move through your torso, down past your hips, your legs, all the way down past your knees, right to your toes. Visualize this energy moving up your spine, all the way to your face, to the top of your head. And just visualizing ourselves entirely in this white light. And so just allowing ourselves to become aware of the breath. And as we do this, side note, I realize we haven't done the laughter yoga meditation, but we'll do that afterwards. For now, we are going to begin shifting our focus inwards. We are going to begin practicing using our imagination. This is a practice that will also be helpful for other practices, such as when we are practicing our dreaming, our lucid dreaming, to be able to practice flexing the muscles of our mind. In this moment, I want you to begin imagining yourself inside a forest, on the forest floor, surrounded by beautiful trees. Maybe they're pine trees, maybe they're oak trees, maybe they're willow trees. And it's the middle of the day, and I want you to, in this moment, begin focusing on bringing as much detail to your senses as possible. To start, begin imagining standing on the forest floor in bare feet. Feel the cool energy of the forest floor on the bottom of your feet. Even feel some of the twigs, some of the dirt, even little pebbles on the forest floor. As you gently just kind of walk around, begin to imagine yourself walking around and taking a step one at a time. And as you do this, as you practice, allow yourself to imagine with as much detail as possible, using your imagination, what your senses receive in this space. And you may notice how incredibly like amazing it is that you can actually bring the levels of detail that you can to this moment. So even in this moment, begin imagining yourself feeling the air on your body. What does the space sound like? What does the forest even smell like? Give your body permission to bring forward these senses. Even walking around and even touching some of the trees around you, gently running your fingers along the barks. Feel in this moment the exact details of the bark on the tree. And even in this moment, find a tree that's got a nice big trunk to it, and go up to it and imagine yourself giving it a hug. Feeling yourself wrapping your arms around it. Feeling its texture against your chest, feeling its solidness between your arms, and breathe here as you breathe in the energy of the tree. You breathe in the cooling energy of the earth. Taking a moment here to express gratitude for the tree, to receive the medicine of it. Feeling its texture against your body. Take another breath here. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Thank you, tree. Say thank you to the tree. Be like, thanks, tree, for teaching me about who I am, because we're basically trees in human form. Surprise. Gently release the tree. Walk around a little bit more. Find other things to interact with. Make this kind of your own practice. We're just going to explore here just for another moment. Even imagining bending over, touching little leaves. Again, in this moment, think of what it is that you're creating right now as this like natural divine version of virtual reality. which essentially it is. And so you are the computer, you are the CPU, you are the administrator, you are the architect. Create this world and allow yourself to be present in it. As you continue to relax and breathe, you'll just find yourself easily able to just kind of be in this space to the point where you're just like, well, I could just like stay here for a while if I wanted to. We'll just be here just for a few more moments is another thing we're going to do. And so even just finding a couple other things to interact with the textures, with the senses, looking up at the tree, even seeing a bird, hearing the sound the bird makes, seeing a little bush, maybe it has some berries on it, picking a berry, holding it between your fingers, and if you wish, you can even choose to eat the berry. And again, your practice here is to imagine with as much detail as possible. As much detail as possible. So what does that little berry taste like? Can you taste it? Activate berry taste within your imagination. Bleep, bloop, bloop. Berry taste activate. Bleep, bloop, bloop. Beautiful. From here, I want you to take a moment, find an opening on the forest floor, and find a place where there's no trees immediately above you. Look around at the space, and now from here, you look up at the sky and you see a clearing within the sky. In the next few moments, what we're going to do is we are going to practice floating up, and we are going to practice levitating. We're going to practice flying within our imagination as if we are doing it within a dream. To do this, think back to literally the story of Peter Pan. If you think you can fly, you can fly. So in this moment, I want you to join me in just counting down from 3. And as you do, by the time we get to 0, you will remove all limiting beliefs that tell you that you cannot fly. And you will feel a lightness kind of lifting in your body, and you will slowly begin lifting above the tree line. So standing on the forest floor, take your time here. Gentle breath, 3. Inhale. Exhale, remove any limiting beliefs. 2. Feeling your body beginning to become lighter. Feeling the release of gravity. Breathing here. 1. Looking up towards the tops of the trees. Directing your focus. As you think, so shall you move. And with another breath, inhale. 0. Slowly imagine yourself lifting off the ground as if you weigh the weight of a feather, floating up like a little balloon, lifting up above the tree line. And now you can see the span of the horizon, and you are slowly floating here, and you have full control over your ability to move through this space. You can direct your space using your hands, kind of like swimming in water, and you can imagine yourself literally basically focusing on any point and using that to direct you. So wherever you look, you can move. So think of it that way. Instead of trying to like swim with your arms, use the will of your mind. And so now I want you to slowly look off into the horizon and begin moving horizontally across the horizon above the trees. So you're floating above the trees right now. And just take a moment here to again go back to that simple practice, imagining this with as much detail as possible. You are flexing your imagination right now. What does it feel like? Does it in some ways even feel familiar? Looking down at the trees, you see the beauty of the landscape above you. You see things maybe you didn't see before. You see a stream rolling alongside the edge of the forest line. You can see down below, maybe even like little squirrels looking up at you and just being like, "What? What? Is that a human flying?" That's my. That's apparently that's what squirrels sound like. I don't know. We'll see. So flying across this tree line, and even in a moment here, I want you to even just practice here. Have fun with it. Do some corkscrews. Twirl around. Even float down closer to the tops of the tree line, and even imagine kind of like running your fingers across the tops of the trees as if you would like kind of, kind of as if you were to like skim it across the surface of water, so you can feel the trees just grazing the tips of your finger. And then from here, just allowing yourself to play with this sensation, finding yourself just gaining more control as you do it. And as you do this, again, this is you kind of tapping into this inner superhero, this inner power within you. And simply by doing this practice, you're creating the conditions and the templates so that maybe you'll dream about this soon. Maybe you've already had a dream. Maybe you'll practice this more in another meditation, and it will get you ready to begin using the will of your mind within this space of imagination. This is your playground. This is your place of imagination. The nation of the Magi. You are the Magi, the wizard. I hope that just blew your mind. Imagination, nation of the Magi. You are the Magi. From here, floating across the tree lines, breathing in a little bit deeper, opening up, just like breathing in, lifting your spine a little bit higher. We're just going to take one more moment here. There's one little special thing for us to be able to do, and then we'll conclude this little practice of our meditation. Off in the distance, you can see a little hill, and this little hill has a little tree, just a little tree, not a big tree, just what appears to be a fairly regular little tree. And you're going to float towards this little tree. And as you get closer to this little tree, slowly you're going to bring yourself down to the surface. And in front of this tree, there is a little tiny box, almost like a little treasure chest. And so in the next few moments, slowly bring your feet all the way back down to the surface, allowing yourself to feel the weight of your body as your feet anchor to the earth. You feel the texture underneath your toes. Perfect. You are back on the ground again, standing in front of this tree. And in front of this tree, you see this little treasure chest, this little box. It's a cute little box, not too big. And you open up the box. And when you open up the box, maybe it makes that sound from Legend of Zelda where it's like, da-da-da-da. Maybe there's some like big lights shining out of the box. Something dramatic. Da-da-da-da. And inside this box, you find a little envelope. And this envelope has your name on it. And so what you're going to do, you're going to pick up this envelope. And you are going to open this envelope in the next few moments. And this envelope has a message on it for you that is a message from you. A message from your higher self. Maybe a message from your future self. And so what we're going to do, we're going to allow the option and the opportunity for the universe to be able to provide information that we will receive as we open the envelope. It will be a message of inspiration for you. It may be simple, it may be complex. This is a very, very powerful practice within our imagination, where what we can do is we can create a story in which there is a blank canvas, and then the universe, the wisdom of the universe will kind of pour information into that blank canvas. It will fill that cup. So opposed to us just merely projecting our imagination, what we're going to do here is we're going to observe what happens when we create the space for the imagination, the higher imagination, to fill the blank canvas, to fill the empty space. So this is a chance to kind of listen to your intuition, listen to the wisdom of your heart. Allow the voice within your heart to communicate with you in this moment. And there's no pressure, this is just practice. And so put your hands physically on your heart right now, physically where you are sitting. Put your hands on your heart, straighten up your spine. Imagine yourself holding this little envelope, maybe sit down next to the tree. And when you are ready, take your time and slowly open this envelope. Open up the little letter inside, and I want you to imagine the voice of yourself speaking to yourself, and it has a message for you. Just a small little paragraph, and it's a message for you in this moment, a message to nurture you, a message to inspire you. So in this moment, you can mix it up, you can use your imagination, you can allow yourself to receive any message that may just naturally come through. But in the next moments, I'll stop talking and just allow yourself to practice talking to yourself as if you're here to hype yourself up. Speak to yourself as if you're your best friend and you're hyping your friend up on their journey, on this path. What do you need to hear? What can be said in this moment? So take your time holding this letter as you slowly open it up. Breathe here in this moment and allow yourself to hear what the letter has to say for you. I'll stop talking. We'll come back in a few moments. Take your time. This is your space. This is your practice. Breathe. Continue. Just take a few more moments here. And slowly, when you're ready, finish reading the last words within the letter, or even just reread it. Take a moment to reflect. Beautiful. Now you're going to take that letter, and again, you can go back, you can reread that letter. Maybe you'll open it again another time, and maybe it will say something different to you. Use that as a way to be able to develop communication between yourself and your higher self. So again, for those of you who maybe you're doing that and you're like, oh, I was a little confused, I wasn't sure what to read. Again, using that practice, I'll kind of explain to you. When I was doing it, basically I kind of created this opportunity where I started with, Dear Brendan, that's my name. And then from there, I just kind of listen and I just kind of speak to myself, and I don't think too hard, and I just allow words to come through. So it can be simple, it can be generic, it can be dynamic. But for me, it was just like, Dear Brendan, I really appreciate all the work that you're doing and the ripples that it's sending out and the way you're bringing people together. It's making a difference and it's really inspiring people. Keep doing what you're doing. You've been preparing for this your entire life, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. Much love, your higher self, Brendan. More or less, that's kind of like what mine said to me, so to speak. So, and yours could say something similar. And maybe you'll go back and you'll read it again, and again, within that letter will just be words that maybe you just need in that moment. Words of support. And maybe it will say things like, I know things are challenging at times, but I believe in you. And everything that we are going through is here to help you become more of who you are. So keep looking towards the horizon and keep listening to your heart, because you are strong and you are brave, and I see who you are becoming. So, little message from like the oversoul to you in that moment through me. So take this little letter, and now from here I want you to gently put it inside of like a pocket next to your heart. So suddenly you're like, maybe you're wearing like a little jacket or something like that. And just imagine taking this letter and just kind of like putting it somewhere safe, somewhere close to your heart, literally, physically, and keep it with you. And again, you can come back to this. You can come back to this little tree. You can read it again. Maybe next time you'll open up the little chest. Maybe there will be a new letter. You have now created this story for you to be able to practice this meditation so that it can serve you as you choose. To conclude this part of the meditation, just looking out over the forest, imagine yourself sitting underneath the tree, sitting underneath the grace and the strength and the love of the tree, looking out. Gently release your physical hands onto your lap. Just take a moment here to reflect on what you experience, activating your sensations, practicing flexing your imagination, flew around a little bit, received a letter from our higher self. Your heart is a little bit more open now. You feel a little bit nurtured, a little bit more inspired. This has been a great practice for you. I'm proud of you for showing up. Gently imagine yourself sitting under the tree, slowly connecting with your breath. We're going to gently bring our awareness back to our physical body. You can return to this space as you choose anytime. Slowly, with a gentle breath, begin bringing awareness to your physical body by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, and when you're ready, gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Take your time. Allow whatever you experience to just kind of like be with you. Hold it with you. May you carry it with you throughout your day. A little bit of inspiration. That was awesome. Good job, team. Go ahead. Just take your time. Grab some water if you need it. All right. Well, we still have to do our laughter yoga meditation. I promised you guys we're going to do that. And then we'll go into our standing practice meditation. And then I guess the chakra practice meditation will be kind of a shorter version today. Dang it. That was all right, though. I really enjoyed doing that meditation. If you guys enjoyed that little meditation, drop an 1111 in the chat. Let me know if you enjoyed that meditation. And even if you want, you can even just kind of like share, like, you know, like, how was that? How was that for you? You know, like, what did you receive some sort of message that was helpful? Did you want to share what your message was in short form? Go ahead. You can share that. Again, this is a community space. So, beautiful. Seeing those 1111s get dropped in the chat. That was a good one. That was fun. And again, like, that's like going on like a little vacation. It's flexing our imagination, thinking of it as a playground, connecting with our higher self. So again, we use the realm of the imagination as a very powerful place for us to be able to, again, receive inspiration, for us to be able to practice flexing our imagination, for us to just be in this space where we can just kind of like tap into our heart. You know, that's all, essentially at the end of the day, like, that is what we're doing. We are filling ourselves with love, and we are filling ourselves with like the support of remembering who we are as more than just this physical being. So beautiful. So I can see some comments, some 1111s in the chat. Blake saying it was profound. I said I was proud of myself. Very good, Blake. Exactly, right? So again, like, we have to kind of get into the habit where, like, treat yourself as your own beloved. That's like one of the most powerful ideas to be able to keep in mind. And we can do that through our thoughts, through our practices, through our meditation, through our rituals, through our routines. And you're doing that just by being here. This is you, like, treating yourself like your beloved. This is you investing in yourself. This is you watering your plant. So thank you, everyone, for showing up and for being here and for doing the work. Again, like, the momentum is building with these broadcasts. More and more people are tuning in each day, and that's the beauty of it. So what happens when we do something like this? And then again, what happens is we carry this vibration with us. We carry this mindfulness with us. We carry this intention with us, and it affects the relationships. It affects the inspiration. It affects the way we show up, and it also deepens our practice. So again, if you're showing up for this, maybe for your first time, I would love for you to join in again when you get a chance, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. If you're on TikTok, click the link in my profile to find the links to the recordings. If you ever want to check out the recordings, you can watch those on my Instagram and my YouTube. All right, let's move into our laughter practice yoga, laughter practice meditation. We're just going to do 2 quick rounds of this. So, and then we'll go into standing, and then we'll go into our chakra practice meditation. We're going to kind of go through quick on this. I apologize, but we spent a little bit more time flying around, so that's okay. All right, for those of you leaving comments on the other platforms, awesome. Stella, I'm just reading your comment. And Tyson, make choices your future self will thank you for. That was the message Tyson got. Stella says, my message was basically about being kind to myself and congratulating myself for continuing this practice and other healthy practices I've been doing. Beautiful. Well said, everyone. All right. Okay. Good job, team. I am proud of us. Again, if you're enjoying these practices and you just want to be able to connect further with the team, tune in for future stuff. You can also connect to our team chat through the link in my profile. You can join our team Discord chat. And if you want to even be able to support further, you can also join on our Patreon. We're working towards 150 Patreon supporters. And again, Patreon is a monthly micro contribution, and you can get additional perks and rewards. Thank you so much to everyone for your support. Special thank you again to our Patreon supporters as well. All right, okay. Laughter yoga meditation. All right, okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to focus on deep inhale and then nice soft exhale. And then we're going to do another deep inhale, and then we're going to focus on the exhale. And it's going to sound like this. It's going to go ha, 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 ha. And then eventually it's going to go ha, 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 ha. My Instagram is Missed Expression of Laughter, the vibration of laughter, the vibration of love and joy within us. Literally just in this moment. I don't even have to tell you a silly joke. We're just going to do it. No jokes here. This is super serial. Okay. All right. Did you guys notice I wore my Zelda shirt today? And we're doing Zelda sound effects. All right. Activate your light guardian crystal if you got it. Heart mode, activate. Okay. Follow my lead. If this is your first time doing this, just join in and allow yourself to laugh. Give yourself permission to laugh. Follow my lead. Giggle mode, activate. Okay. Deep inhale, exhale. Nice big exhale. Deep inhale again. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, I almost like burped there. Allow the waves to roll through you. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Serious face. Activate. Alright, we'll do that one more time real quick. And then we gotta do, we'll just do some dragon roars today. We won't get into full movement and practice, but that's okay. Alright, one more time. Deep inhale. Big exhale. Nice soft inhale. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Ten more seconds. Make the weirdest laugh possible right now. Don't choke though. Calm. Laugh like a goose. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Breathe. Close your eyes for a moment here. Just breathe. Feel what your energy feels like your energy field. You are in this vibration of love right now. Your cheeks may feel a little bit heated. Your chest is open. You're just like feeling this energy move through you. It's like, oh, this feels nice. This feels like being in like a hot tub or something like that. Feels good, man. Beautiful. Gently open your eyes. Return your awareness to the space around you. All right. If that joined you in the laughter, if you joined in on that, drop an 1111. Some of you are like getting really good at that. You're like doing it again. You're like, I can laugh anytime I want. Like, whatever. Which is great, right? Because maybe like later on in the day, you're just like, man, I'm feeling kind of, I could use a laugh. And then you're just like, oh, okay, I'll just activate it myself, right? Or tune into one of these broadcasts. You can even watch, like, on my TikTok, I've made, like, the 1-minute videos, even on my Instagram, where it's, like, this in 1 minute. So you could, like, rewatch that. So you're all doing wonderful. Thank you again. All right. We kind of scrubbed the time today. So let's just let's just stand up real quick. We'll just do some quick shakes, and then we'll move into what we can for our chakra practice. But I promise we'll go deeper with the chakra practices on future ones. So go ahead, gently stand up if you're able. If you prefer to stay seated, that's totally cool. And we're just going to do some quick shakes and release of energy. So I want everyone to just start shaking like this. If this is your first time here, follow along. And again, just shaking out the energy. Physically just shaking out any sort of stagnant energy. As you're doing this, you're just like opening the energy channels. Follow my lead. I'm going to do deep, gentle inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to go... and you're just going to like release any stagnant energy. Get silly with it. Follow my lead. Inhale. Big exhale. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. Good. All right, let your body loosen up a bit. Do some waves. All right, let's just do some quick dragon roars, and then we'll move right into our chakra practice meditation. If you feel like you just need to dance later, spend more time dancing after this. I'll stay on the live, except for Instagram for some Q&A afterwards. All right, dragon's roar. Deep inhale, exhale, go roar. And as you do this, this is like clearing energy. Imagine like a billow of smoke kind of leaving your body. This is clearing out stagnant energy and just kind of like honoring any emotions that you've been feeling, releasing rage, anger, honoring it, seeing it as sacred love. Follow my lead. Inhale. Dragon's roar. One more time. Once more. Stand up here. Just feel what your body's feeling right now. Take one breath. Just feeling like, how do you feel now compared to like even if you joined at the beginning of this broadcast? Maybe it's your first time. Just feeling like an awareness of just kind of like your body, your energy, just feeling more clarity, feeling more loose. Gently bring yourself back down to seated. We'll just conclude with a quick version of the chakra practice meditation. So again, for those of you who are here, I'm going to stay on air on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok just for a few more minutes after the broadcast, just to be able to hang out with you guys for a couple more minutes. And again, just be able to like answer any quick questions from here. Going into a chakra practice, follow my lead if it's your first time here. We're going to go through the mantras. And again, as you do this, this is like spinning the energetic discs of the chakras. Working the like energetic muscles of your body, opening up these energy channels and focusing on the virtues. Follow my lead if it's your first time here. I apologize. This won't be like the full explanation, but you'll still be able to experience. Brow chakra, virtue of serenity, the sound E. Follow my lead. Inhale. E. We're going to do it 2 more times. We're going to go through it each one at a time. Inhale again. Straighten your spine a bit. Inhale. Throat chakra, virtue of justness, speaking your truth. Simply by doing this, again, this is like a powerful way just to be able to help bring balance to the chakras. So if you're feeling like you need to like get better at kind of communicating, doing this mantra and focusing on the virtue of justness, that means like good timing, intention. This is a powerful way to just begin tapping into that. So throat chakra, the sound is A. Follow my lead. Inhale. A. Once more. As you start doing this, you're going to become more aware of like the physical correlating sensations with each chakra. So as you do this, you'll like feel like literally like the vibration like within each part of your body. Heart chakra, focusing on the virtue of compassion, balancing our heart, opening up our love for all beings and ourselves. The sound is O. Inhale. O. Again. Once more. Pulmonary, connection with our ultra memory, connection with our ancestors, our future self, our higher self. Gratitude, the sound is awe. Inhale. Inhale. Once more. If you wish to close your eyes during any of these, you can. You'll kind of focus more on the sensation internally, and again, just focusing on like being in this present moment at the very least. Solar chakra, the sound is U, focusing on temperance, willpower. May you strengthen your will. Inhale, the sound U. Inhale. Once more. Sacral, the sound M, cultivation of our sexual energy, good relationship with that sacred energy. The inhale, the sound M. Inhale. Once more. Finishing off with the root chakra, the virtue of patience, connection with the earth. Inhale, the sound S. Inhale. Once more. Gently relax your hands, close your eyes, concluding this practice. Observe what your body feels like, the subtle energy, the vital body, strengthening the vital body, the energetic body. Visualizing these like rainbow colors kind of swirling through your field as you move throughout the rest of the day. You'll carry with you this momentum, you'll carry with you this grace, you'll be more open, more grateful, you'll notice synchronicities, more inspired. Carry this momentum into the work that you have to do today. If you're cleaning your room, if you're being creative, allow it to just be this practice. Deep, gentle inhale. Say thank you to yourself. Soft exhale. One more. Say thank you to the team. Thank you. Gently open your eyes. Return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. Good job, everyone. Grab some water as you need it. Take your time. If you feel like you're just like, oh, like I'm just going to still vibrating after that, go ahead, take your time. Don't go driving any motor vehicles or anything right away. Just allow yourself even to do some journaling. Allow yourself to do some more yoga, some more movement, some more dance. Again, for those of you on anything but Instagram, I'm going to be sticking around for a few more minutes, just be able to hang out with you, do any quick Q&A, and then from there we'll wrap up the broadcast. So be sure to check the links in my profile, sign up on Patreon, join our team chat, subscribe to all my other platforms. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. The Light Guardian within me sees and honors the Light Guardian within you. Finishing it off with the wolf howl. Much love, keep it shifty, and I will see you in the future. All right, awesome. Okay, so we just wrapped up on Instagram. Instagram only has like an hour long duration, so that's why we always have to end on the hour mark. For those of you who are tuned in on other platforms, just hanging out with you guys for a quick little minute. I'm just going to read some of the comments, check some of the comments on the YouTube. How was that? How was that for you? If you were to join in on TikTok, if that was your first time tuning in, drop a 333 in the comments. Let me know if that was like your first time joining in, or even if it was like your second time joining in or your third time joining in. Go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know. And again, when you leave comments, it definitely like helps me like remember who you are, like your usernames and stuff like that. I do a pretty good job of remembering usernames. So, awesome. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you, Stella. Thank you, Evala. Much blessed. Thank you, Tyson, Megan. Thank you, Nolan. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thank you, Fascinating Fairy. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Inner Flame. Thank you to anybody else who I didn't mention verbally. Thank you to One Love. Beautiful. Awesome. So thank you again to everybody for joining in. Yeah, again, this is really, really exciting to be able to do what we're doing here. Because again, you're creating the routines, you're creating the habits, and you're creating the association where it's like throughout the day, you know, we're going to wrap up this in the next couple moments, but I want you to be able to just like feel what it feels like to kind of do this first thing in the morning and notice how it affects the rest of your day. If you are doing this first thing in the morning, because again, like how we spend that first chunk of the day, like holographically affects the rest of the day. So again, moving through the rest of the day, let you carry with you this like kind of like observation, this grace, this inspiration. And again, allow yourself to kind of like tap in to that archetype of like the light guardian, the dreamer awakening within the dream. And obviously a lot of you who are tuned in right now, like we're all on different stages of our spiritual journey. And that's the exciting thing about it. So we're here to be able to support and to learn and to grow together. And at the end of the day, you know, as a person who is on their spiritual journey, some of the most important things is curiosity and consistency. So again, allow this to be a practice where it's like maybe you don't fully know what to be able to expect, but you're called to be here and you're just going to kind of begin doing this and allow yourself to do this for like a week. And you'll look back and you'll be like, whoa, okay, like I feel like really kind of like I've been given tools, I've been given skill sets, I've been given training, you know, to be able to help do this even on your own. So that's why, you know, we do these broadcasts Monday to Friday, but then Saturday and Sunday, I really encourage people to kind of go and create this in a way that works for them, you know? So again, thank you everyone so much for being here, for adding your support. I'm just taking a moment here again, just saying hi to all the people in the chat. So again, leave your feedback. Let me know how that was for you. We're going to jump off here in the next couple moments because again, I don't want to hang out. I don't want us to hang out here too long because I want you to just kind of get going and carry this momentum with you and do whatever else it is that you want to be able to do for the day. Again, if you guys haven't already yet, please feel free to check out my Patreon. Again, on my Patreon, that's where you can support with a monthly micro contribution. So I want you guys to be able to like join these broadcasts and again, to like really be able to experience and feel the value that it is that we're creating here. So if you're in a position to be able to support financially, please feel free to join on the Patreon. And again, you'll definitely get more value out of that through the additional perks and rewards. And I'm just typing the link for that into the YouTube right now. And again, for those of you on TikTok, the link for that is in my bio link. So, yeah, this keyboard is so weird. Patreon. Awesome. If anybody has any quick questions before we wrap this up, please feel free to let me know. And I'll answer those real quick. And then I'm going to hop off in about 5 minutes. So, patreon.com. I'm just trying to type the Patreon link here. This tablet's not the best. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone. Yeah, even if you guys just want to express your gratitude in the chat, go ahead and do that. And yeah, and so again, we'll be back here. We'll be back here again tomorrow. No, so the Instagram only lasts an hour, so that's why the Instagram feed ends. So like that's Instagram format. But yeah, stick it around here for another minute. So cool. All right. Well, if there's no other questions, we'll wrap this up. And again, just thank you again, everyone, so much. Megan, during the flying meditation, I couldn't stop yawning and tearing up. What is that about? Megan, again, things such as that, like that's really not something that I can specifically have an answer for. If anything, I would just say, like observe that, and even just kind of like see, like again, the yawning could be maybe your body saying like, oh, after this, maybe I just need to be able to either get fresh air or take a nap, one or the other. And then if you're tearing up, like what type of tears are those? Are those like sad tears? Are they tears of joy? Is it just kind of like emotions kind of moving through you? Like we don't always need like to have a specific reason for why we feel the certain things that we do, but at the very least just being able to observe them. And then maybe next time it will be, maybe it won't be the same case. But at the very least, again, like your objective isn't just to try and like fully like have a full comprehension of everything that happens, but sometimes it's just being able to observe it. And then you're just like, oh, okay, that was interesting. Like, okay, I was yawning, I was crying, I was tearing up. Interesting, So it's just kind of, again, being able to observe without like a place of judgment. But again, like ultimately, like that's, with any of these practices, they're going to be your practice. So, I mean, your interpretation is going to be the most important. Like, regardless of whatever I say, your interpretation is the most important. Same reason I can't interpret your dreams, because your interpretation is going to be the most important. And at the very least, even if you're not entirely sure what it means, focus on what it feels. Focus on the feeling, and then allow that to just be able to perhaps be leading you. Again, like maybe it's something where it's just like there's a part of like something within your heart that maybe is just kind of like asking for a little bit more attention, and it's an opportunity for you to just be able to send a little bit more love there. That's my best guess. So again, I don't really have like a full-on answer for that, but I appreciate, Megan, I appreciate you sharing. And Megan is also one of our newer Patreon supporters. So thank you so much, Megan, for your support. Everyone give a nice little thank you to Megan in the chat as well. And awesome. Megan says felt like release. So thank you. Well, there you go, Megan. That's a great way of interpreting it. I like that. Yeah, again, like sometimes that will happen when we get into these meditative spots, these meditative spaces. That's actually something I'm really passionate about, is being able to create these meditative spaces where that experience of needed movement of energy, needed release can take place. So honestly, if you guys are looking for some really, really cool meditations, the meditation that we did last month for the full moon is incredibly powerful and incredibly healing. Like way different than what we just do here. What we do here is kind of like scratching the surface, but the other meditation, if you haven't yet, check it out. Like it's a full-on journey, and it like goes through time, and you like can like connect with like parts of your past, and you can connect with the future. It's like really in depth, really beautiful. And those of you who tuned in for that last one on the full moon, you know what I'm talking about. Blake, that's awesome. Blake says, I am implementing meditation with the nurses at the hospital since it has helped me so much. That's awesome. That's awesome. And again, the reason for meditation, one of the simple ways to be able to approach meditation is to be able to bring more control over how we associate with our thoughts. It's not to say you're just like bringing more control over your thoughts, because your thoughts sometimes will kind of like do their own thing. But over time, you'll be able to change the way you associate with them, and then to be able to allow yourself to cultivate more focus, and to be able to have the skill sets to be able to know like how to be able to return yourself back to that place of center. So again, that's why like meditation is a great way to be able to deal with things like stress and anxiety. Because when you have the skill sets of just being able to like tap into your heart space, tap into your breath, you're physiologically like slowing down the entire nervous system. You're allowing your body permission to relax. And when it does that, you can allow yourself to kind of respond instead of just react. So yeah, like meditation, again, like doing a little meditation here is incredibly useful, because like your entire world will be a practice for your mindfulness if you let it. So next time you're like at the grocery store, next time you're in traffic and someone like does something where it cuts you off, or it does something where it slightly irks you, see that as an opportunity to just be like, oh, like sweet, here's a great chance to be able to practice like just kind of like observing my impulse to be like, screw you, buddy, or like or something like that, right? And just to be able to observe it and to just kind of like see that thought kind of pass through, but then to just be able to bring yourself just back to this place of, you know, an act of self-love, an act of just kind of be like, well, you know, like, would it serve me to flip off that guy and yell at them? And sometimes it does, so like ultimately like you get to decide what is kind of like the wisest choice for you in that moment. But at the very least, one of the things I'll say, and then we'll wrap this up in a minute, and if there's any other quick comments or gratitude, go ahead, leave those in the chat. One of the things that you know, I think is very simple but very powerful. Sorry, 1 second. My brain was into, what was the simplest thing I was going to say there? Yeah, okay. So one of the most powerful things out of meditation that we can do is we can allow ourselves to tap into our heart wisdom, and then in any moment, what we can do is we can practice getting good at asking our heart, asking like our internal wisdom, what is the wisest move I can make? What is the wisest next step I can make? And so if you literally ask yourself this, you will receive like some sort of like guidance. So if you ask yourself, you know, like if like someone has pissed you off and you're just like, what's the wisest choice I can make? You know, and then the wisest choice might just kind of be like, you know, like chill, just chill out. Like it's not worth like you like kind of like turning on stress mode or things like that. So just kind of like bring it back. And again, that's not you being passive. I mean, in a way it is, but it's not like you're not caring, but it's also an act of self-love. It's just like, oh, you know, like that energy that normally I would expel outwards, I'm just going to kind of like turn that inwards and just kind of like point that towards like caring for myself. So you do it as a little act of self-love. So again, you know, in any moment, practice kind of reflecting on that question. What is the wisest move I could make? What is the wisest next choice I can make? And if you practice asking yourself this, you can practice kind of like listening to this wisdom from the heart. And this wisdom from the heart is actually like, again, connecting with your heart chakra, and it's actually like information from the future kind of coming through into your present moment, so that you can kind of like have that insight to be able to hear the future speaking through your heart and then moving through. And then when you get good at this, you can actually like move through your reality with like a lot of like much more grace. So that doesn't mean that obstacles and challenges won't appear, but how you relate to them will change. And so this is a big part of the meditation, is moving from the unconscious to the conscious. Instead of just kind of like smashing into challenges, you'll be able to observe them, and maybe you'll decide how you navigate it. Maybe you'll decide to kind of like flow through it differently. Maybe you'll decide to resolve it in a way that's like much more efficient. Cool. All right. Thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in. We're going to wrap up this broadcast. We got about probably like 30 people still tuned in right now, so I appreciate everybody tuning in. Of course, I would stay here longer, but there's more work for me to do. And again, the work that I do is for you, is for the community. So if you are in a place where you want to be able to support financially, again, inviting you to be able to help us reach 150 Patreon supporters. You can find the link for that through Patreon. So thank you again so much, everyone. And again, through the links in my bio, you can find links for our Light Guardian crystals. You can find links for the buttons. You can find links for the shirts. You can find links for the Auralite crystal wraps. These are like the new Auralites. This is like a chunkier one. Again, these are like awesome tools just to even like hold these while dreaming. I love doing that. That's a great way to be able to work with them. And yeah, I can find the item shop there. And again, please feel free to just send me any messages through Instagram if you can't send me a message through TikTok. And join us again Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in the meantime, you can go ahead and check out lots of other stuff on my profile, for including the full-length movies I've made, the Journey to Lucidity movies, past meditations, other really cool videos. And yeah, please feel free to invite one friend to be able to join in for our practice and our meditation. So again, don't want to keep you here too long. I want you to be able to carry this vibration, carry this momentum with you throughout the rest of your day. So go do whatever it is that you got to do. Go make an awesome lunch for yourself. Go get some fresh air. Go do some journaling. Go do some reading. Go spend time in nature. Go hug a tree. Go clean your room. Go do some dancing. Whatever it is that you need to be able to do. And again, kind of go back to yourself and be like, what's the wisest thing I can do right now? Be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make an awesome lunch, and then I'm gonna like read a book or something like that. So again, this day is another day, another opportunity, another exciting adventure. And now that, again, with all of us here, let's make the most of this opportunity. Let's fully invest in ourselves, and let's continue to level up. So thank you again, everyone, for investing in themselves, for leveling up together, and for showing up as the shifters and the light guardians that you are. So again, my name is Brendan, Mystic Spider-Man, Skull Babylon, Wolf Shield. Honored to be able to be here with you. Honored to be able to be here with you once again. I'll be back on again for more lives throughout the day and everything like that. So if you're not connected to my TikTok, make sure you're connected to TikTok. If you're just connected to my TikTok, make sure you're connected to my Instagram and my YouTube as well. And again, you can check out the links for my Patreon, past meditations, item shop, and lots more through the link in my bio. So beautiful. All right. Yay. Good job, team. That was great. Awesome work. Again, feel free to send me a message of gratitude, and I will see you soon enough. Wishing you an awesome day. Woo, 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 woo. Go team, go. As you expand, we expand. Until next time, I will see you in the future. Keep it shifty. Awesome. All right. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. I love you guys. Can see your comments. Woohoo. Go team.